Well, clearly Number 10 Downing Street have made it very, very publicly obvious that they don't expect to have a second attempt on a vote on her proposals before Christmas. So that means that we're into January for that vote. The reasons for putting that vote, ostensibly at least, is that so many Conservative lawmakers had said they had concerns about this Irish backstop, hence the conversations last night here in Brussels whereby Theresa May was seeking some kind of mechanism, some kind of legally binding mechanism, in the words of the DUP, the small party that props up her government, that would allow them to unilaterally exit such a backstop so that the UK is not stuck in this backstop scenario where potentially the entire United Kingdom remains essentially inside the European Customs Union. Now, when she tried over the course of the evening to get those kinds of assurances, she seemed to have been met with quite a wall of opposition, including from the EU Council President Donald Tusk.
The European Council underlines that the backstop is intended as an insurance policy to prevent a hard border on the island of Ireland and ensure the integrity of the single market. It is the Union's firm determination to work speedily on a subsequent agreement that establishes by the 31st of December 2020 alternative arrangements so that the backstop will not need to be triggered.
So there's the EU Council President Donald Tusk talking about firm determination. The Europeans will use their, quote, best endeavours to try and reach a trade deal in time to avoid that backstop ever being needed. But as you look around the world at the speed when it comes to the agreement signed between nations on trade, getting those done in that kind of window is not always possible, as we've seen, and hence so much of the concern. Now, there's also a degree of frustration, seemingly, from some of these European leaders. If you listen to what Jean-Claude Juncker said last night, the EU Commission President, he seemed a little annoyed about the way that this was being sprung on the Commission and the Council quite last minute, and also the way that it wasn't quite clear what the Brits were after. Take a listen to his comments.
We also think that in terms of the future relationship, our British friends need to say what they want, instead of asking us to say what we want. And so we would like our British friends to, within a few weeks, set out their expectations for us, because this debate is sometimes nebulous and imprecise, and I would like concrete clarifications on this point.
So Theresa May will travel back to London later on today, and she will, I expect, try to convince some of the Conservative MPs that have voted against her as leader, and some of those that said they would vote against her proposals, that she's tried her best and that the Europeans have simply been intransigent. Of course, what this means down the road, if we get to January and that proposal is still beaten down by the House of Commons back in Westminster, is that the chances of no deal increase, and that's something the Europeans have said last night that they are working on furiously. They will have further announcements about their own no-deal preparations in the days and weeks to come.
Hi, I'm Joanna Bersecci, and thank you for watching. You can check out more of our videos by clicking on the boxes on the screen. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more from CNBC International. Thank you for watching.